So, we need to have a talk. I may have a problem. I may have a breeding problem. I know. A lot of my videos start with, I just finished a breeding project. I was working on the Dreadnaughtus breeding and I had some time on my hands. They take forever. So I decided to mess around with the S-Shinehorn and the Easy Mutations mod. I've created a Super S-Shinehorn. I used the 20 mutations potion and went wild. I didn't really understand it at first, but I think I've got that figured out now. Also, I finished the Dreadnaughtus. We will take a look at those in a minute, but first, we need to do some taming. I found some Deinotherium. I started that mutation project on the center and brought a male with me. I need a clean female to ramp up breeding. So let's go get those first, and then we can take a look at the Dreadnaughtus and S-Shinehorn. Let me grab a 6-pack of beer for the elephants, and we'll get started. Okay, we have 2 Deinotherium over here. One's a male, one's a female, so we're gonna have to clean out the male, obviously, and then start the taming process. Let me get in here. I probably should kill a few things just to make sure I don't have trouble while we're doing this. Like this guy right here. It's gonna give me problems. Alright, we gotta go. We gotta run. Oh, that's not good. We gotta move. Go. Go. You gotta run. Alright, this guy's not happy. Let's go to the other side. Oh, he's fast in the water. He's fast in the water. Okay. Move, buddy. You gotta move. You gotta move. You just better doggy paddle faster than that. Okay, keep moving. Keep moving. Yep, they're both on us. This may be a get out of render situation. And then come back with a better plan. Let's get over here somewhere. This seems to hold a grudge for a while. Uh-oh, what are we stuck on? Okay, stuck on a branch. Let's see what we got going on now. See if these guys have chilled. There's no chill in their vocabulary, that's for sure. All right, let's get up here. All right, let's see. What's going on? Why are we sticking on stuff? There's nothing here. Let's track this guy just to see how much health we're dealing with. 5,000. I think I could take him out with a rifle. I don't know if there's headshots on these guys. We're gonna take a shot at him. Okay. I don't think there's headshots. Ooh, there are headshots. You just have to hit him in the right spot. He's big mad. He is big mad. He's trying to find a way up here. Now, the female roared, so that means he'll have some defense boost or something like that. So he should take less damage. Can't get a shot without getting right on the edge. Ah, I hit sprint just as soon as I did that. Ooh. You're getting right up there. One more shot and I should get this guy. Yes. Oh, he's on us. Oh, we're dismounted. Uh-oh, this ain't good. This ain't good. This ain't good. Oh, this is not good. Oh, we may die here. I'm stuck. This is not good. I did not plan for this. Oh. I did not plan for this. Oh, run. Get around the corner. Run. see if I can get up to the fin room. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, now we're on. This is a get out of render situation, correct? That was a little hectic. I'm not gonna lie. Let's go here. Let's go here. Let's go here. Pick him up. Alright. I don't think we get anything for collecting these guys, but we're gonna do it. Alright, now let's... Oh! God, they're so fast. I forget how fast they are. They are way too fast. Let's see if we can get this one to come up here, and then we're gonna fly out a render. You know what? I'll tell you what. Let's just do that. Let's just fly out a render. There's no reason to try to get them up to the top, because I might have to give them beer, and they're gonna need to walk around for that, so we can do that. Now, we tame these on the center, and I had my Pyjack on my shoulder that was a shiny that had a special ability that allowed me to see an outline of creatures that were aggroed, and I've got the cat on my shoulder this time, so I'm not going to have that ability to see the outline. The reason I bring that up is because trying to figure out if they're doing the head wiggle, the trunk wiggle, the ear wiggle, all that kind of stuff. It's not going to be as easy. I'm going to have to get myself into a position where I can actually see, you know. You okay there? Uh-huh. Still aggroed or what? Alright, we're going to come down here. Yeah. Still big mad. Okay. Let's go out of render one more time. And I'll tell you what we'll do. We will put the beer in the pocket. And I'll also turn the cat off of pest control. I don't think that's going to make a difference. But, you know, let's just go ahead and try that. Now, beer in the pocket. I made up some beers that took me forever. Let's get that. All right, we got a beer in our pocket. Let's go up and see if this lady is still mad. Hopefully not. Move nice and easy. That's the sniff animation, right? Right. Okay. There's a sniffing. There's ear wiggle. There's ear wiggle. There's got to be something else. Trunk. Okay, trunk. Seems like you got to put the trunk up to the left, her left side, like wiggles it to her left side, and then we go up, and then they get a beer, right? Still waiting on the trunk to kind of go up to her left side. I think. Wait, that might not have been it. That's a no. It's a no. If the trunk moves just a little bit to the left, I'm running up there to see if they'll take a beer. That's still a no. Okay. Oh, that's not good. That's not. Oh, that's not good. That's not good. They're super fast. They're so fast. I should have probably brought some med brews for this. Okay, let's see. I think what I did was I didn't go in when I should have went in. Shaking the head, sniffing. You're supposed to do one more thing, right? Alright, this stego is going to be a problem here. Alright. No, it's still a no. Let's get away. Let's get away. I'm not exactly sure how that ended up working. I'm not exactly sure how that ended up working. sniffing. I'm gonna go over here a little out of the way. Can't be ready again, right? Although I'm on 3 times taming, so maybe it is ready. I don't know. Wiggle, head. There needs to be one more thing. I haven't seen ears, right? I still need to see some ears. Wiggle your ears. If you wiggle your ears, I'm going in. Okay, I'm going in. Perfect. I'm going to be honest with you. I've tamed 5 of these now. I don't know what I'm doing. I still don't know what I'm doing. I mean, I like to think I do. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, let's hit the save. Let's go ahead and see if there are any more around. I would like to have a couple just to speed up the process. Maybe I'll work my way around this way, back towards base, and see if there's any more that spawned. Is that a capro? I did not know there were capros here. Well, that makes me nervous. That makes me really nervous. Okay. There are capros down here. God, those guys are so loud in my ear. I didn't know there were capros over here. Okay, we're almost back to base. Ended up having a game crash as I was looking around. So I decided to just, log back in and come back to base. Luckily, we saved after we finished taming that Deinotherium, so we're all good as far as that goes. But let's see. Let me put a couple things away, and then we will get on to the next thing. Okay, so I think what I'll do is put the female out on top of this platform. I think that'll be the better idea. So let's go here, and we're gonna put her right on the edge here so that it'll be close enough to breed, but it should pick up from the terminal right below it. So I don't know about these colors, but it is what it is. Let's go on passive, ignore, and we will enable mating. All right. So for stats, it doesn't really matter. It's 25 health, 24 stam, 20 weight, and 28 melee. It's actually not bad for being a level 90, I think it was. The oxygen and food are reasonably low compared. But remember, we've got this guy from the center where we combined a bunch of stats. So we have 36 on health, which is not great. I'd like to tame a higher level one and improve that health. But stamina is 42. Weight is 32. Melee is 42. And we have 2 mutations into melee. We have 3 mutations into weight. We have 1 mutation into health. So I think from here on out, I'm going to focus just on health. But this color pattern is pretty crazy on this thing. Like it's pretty wild. That's kind of a crazy color pattern. Let's go ahead and let's feed her a mutation potion. All right, so we fed her a mutation potion. You can see the little potion icon right there next to my crosshair. It says +1. And we got them both on mating. I'm going to double check my console just to make sure it's going to be in range to pick up a baby that's dropped. Oh, yeah. We're well within range. Perfect. And all right, so we'll let them do their thing. This is going to take a while. We finished the Dreadnaughtus mutations, and it's pretty awesome. The color patterning, let's see if we can get up a little higher. So the color patterning is kind of interesting. some blues, and some greens. I got a crazy hot pink, and I decided not to stay with that because it was just loud. But this is pretty good. Most all of them look exactly like this. There might be some pink in the 5 slot where 57 is, that kind of darkish greenish color. But all in all, they'll all be about the same. Now, for stats, what we've got is we've got 40 into health, and we have 9 mutations into health, and that puts the health at 262,000 with the imprint bonus. That's pretty awesome. That is going to be huge going up against the King Titan. My saddles are all between 106 and 113 on the armor rating, so that's pretty nice. We know that that'll give me at least an 80% reduction in incoming damage. In addition to that, the Dreadnaughtus gets, is it 50%? I can't remember. It gets 50% reduction in damage from Titans, so that's going to be huge. Stamina is 36. I didn't mutate it at all. Wasn't worried about it. Weight's 35. Again, didn't worry about it. Melee was 45, which was pretty fantastic. And I ended up getting 13 mutations into melee. Now, if you do the math, 13 and 9 do not add up to 20. I ended up getting a double mutation into melee, which was crazy. And that melee is now 404. If you remember, with our starting female, which was a 150, and all the stats from that female crossed over to this one here. The health was at 147,000, I'm pretty sure, and the melee was at 250. So with all of these mutations and the imprint bonus, we have drastically increased our damage and increased our health. So that is awesome. I'm really, really pleased with the outcome of that. And I mean, I would take this thing out and test drive it so everyone can see what it can do, but it gets its real beef against, Titans, big dinos. I don't know. It's a carry weight. I don't know the exact number for the carry weight, but I'm not really going to be able to. The heck is going on here? Okay. We're going to just remove the evidence. All right. So let's go ahead and put these away. This is my little boss section here. These were the owls that we used. I've got 4 of these ready to go, and I'm gonna go ahead and put these 2 in here. So I've got 6 of these ready to go. Yeah. Okay, so I've got 4 more in here. So I could do a total of 10 in the boss fight. I think I'm gonna start with 6, and when it's time to fight the world boss, the roaming King Titan, I'll try that out with 6. And we'll get a gauge if we're ready or not. And then with the King Titan, of course, I would use all 10 of those in addition to a bunch of other stuff. So anyway, we'll be building up to that. All right, the last thing on my list is the S-Shinehorn. So whenever we go into our inventory for crafting, you can see there's these potions here, and then there's all right, so there are 4 potions here. I just use the 1 potion, the 1 times potion, with the Deinotherium today, and then with the Dreadnaughtus. And the reason is because I couldn't quite figure out how all that added up and stacked up. It was a bit confusing to me. But as time went by, I kind of got the hang of it. So what I decided to do is these S-Shinehorns. I went ahead and I had some breeders and stuff that I brought over from the center, and where I had them stored before coming over here. And I decided to test out this 20 mutation stack potion to see how it worked exactly. And I ended up getting a bunch of different Shinehorns to work with. This first one here, I got a 20 mutation stack into health. I already had 1 mutation into health to start with. What? Oh, come on. Hold on. Let's deal with this. This is an enraged Tapajara from the Shiny Dino line. Go, bro. Come at me. Over here. Towards me. This is going to take forever. This is one of the... This is one of the reasons why I don't like having the shiny dino mod. I mean, I love the shiny dino mod, don't get me wrong. This is one of the reasons why I dislike the shiny dino mod, because at the wrong time, something crazy happens and you're stuck dealing with it. I don't know what this thing's doing to my elephant here. Awesome. Now we're gonna go over and we're gonna collect the rewards because you interrupted our recording. Did I get anything from that? I don't. Maybe my vendor did. Okay. Let's put this way. Let's look and see what you got. Holy cow, you got 22 levels. You didn't get any rewards, dude. Oh, they're in my inventory. Okay. Let's take this. Let's take this. Let's take this. Now, the reason I'm collecting all this, because if you'd seen before, I'd tossed a bunch of you know, different materials because I had so much. I made all those saddles, those 6 saddles, and upgraded them for the Dreadnaughtus. Holy cow, was that expensive. I mean, it was crazy expensive. So I was like, okay, now I got to start keeping all the materials. There's just no choice in the matter. Wait, let's put this in here. Okay. And let's go over here. Put this away. And let's do this. Nope. This. Okay. And let's hit save. All right, now, what in the world are we doing? Okay, we were talking about S-Shinehorns. I had started breeding, and I'd gotten some mutations already on the S-Shinehorn. To start with, I had 1 mutation in health, 2 mutations in the stamina, 1 into weight, and 1 into melee. So I put this 20 mutation potion on and got a baby out that had 20 mutations into health. That's where you see the 42. It's technically 21 total. So I put that to the side and left it untouched. Then I came over here and had another breeder give me 20 mutations into stamina. Well, I already had 2 mutations in there, so now I have 22 into stamina. So then went over to the next one, and there is 20 mutations into oxygen. And you have to remember, on the Shinehorns, the oxygen is actually their regen. Let's just go ahead and take a look at it instead of talking about it. Let's look at it. I do this every time. I'll probably just edit this out. Okay. So when you're looking at a Shinehorn, you know, it's stat distribution where it should be oxygen is something else. So like this is charge regen, stamina is charge capacity, melee is charge emission range. And so sometimes you want to mutate those items you wouldn't even normally want good stats in. And so I've got 44 into charge regen, which is pretty good. And then I got another 20 mutations. All right, so we'll go to the next one. And on this one, we have weight. Weight has 20 mutations into weight, and it was already at 44, which is pretty good. So the stats on these Shinehorns are all pretty good. But if you notice, we're hovering around level 301 to 299. So this is 301. This is 301, and this is 301. This one somehow got 299. Then we come over here, and this is a melee mutation, which if you remember, that is emission range on Shinehorn. So I've got 20 mutations into that from the potion. I already had 1 mutation. So technically it's 21 mutations into melee or emission range. And so then I combined all of those and got a Super S-Shinehorn. And the Super S-Shinehorn is crazy. It's level 459, which kind of baffles me because I thought 450 was the max dino level. And I put this thing in a Pokeball. I've taken it out of a Pokeball. I've logged out. I've logged in. And somehow, some way, it still keeps 450. Maybe that's a server thing. I've never played on servers, so I don't really know. But we have 21 mutations into health, 22 mutations into stamina, which is going to be charge capacity. We have 20 mutations into oxygen, which is charge regen, I think. We have 20 mutations into weight, and we have 21 mutations into melee, which is emission range or light range, whatever you want to call it. So it is crazy how good this thing is. Let's pull it out. Now, with the S-Dino mod, you know, I do that every single time, I tell you what. With the with the S-Dino variant mod, you know, they all have a specific kind of color look to them, and it's kind of skewed towards blue. So mutations don't really stick that well. Like you can see, we've got a yellow and a red, and then these are all basically some sort of blue, which is what this one is too. And you know, that's just the way that they look, but the stats on it's pretty good, and I've got plenty of points to put in. But you know, it already starts with 2200 health, 1700 charge capacity, 1800 in charge regen. The weight's at 321, and the charge emission range is at 800, and so that's already like the best light pet I've ever had. So I don't even need a light pet on this map, but I just wanted to mess around with it, you know, and get to learn this this mod before I you know, take the mod off, because I'm not gonna keep the mod. Although, let's see, do I have my little Shinehorn over here? Yeah, I do. Okay, yeah, the easy mutations mod, the potion mod, I'm not going to keep that on. I'll get rid of that when I finish these Deinotherium. All right, so we're almost ready to mate again. So we should have one in here, and we do. And it's a male, and it is a mutation. Okay, this is 252. This is 250 with 6 mutations. We have 264, and we just want health. That's all we're looking for is health. Yeah, we're gonna not keep this one. We want to make sure that we keep going into health. We're gonna need that. That was a fun day. It was nice to take a break from breeding to go tame some Deinotherium. Of course, that means we will start a new breeding project, but I love it. Taming, breeding, building, that's what ARK is all about, right? Now, before I end the video, we need to talk about the Unreal Engine update. That is set to come out on June 2nd. And that's, what, a couple weeks from now? Something like that? Anyway, what I'm going to do is the week before that update comes out, I am going to pre-record a couple of episodes. And here's the reason why. When it comes out, it's going to probably break something. I'm just be honest, it's going to break some stuff in the game. I don't want to take a chance of logging in to do, you know, a weekly episode and break a bunch of stuff and lose a bunch of stuff in our progress. So what I'll do is, like I said, I'll record a couple episodes and have them ready to go. Now, I don't normally like to do that. I like to record an episode, edit it, and then, you know, schedule it for release. And then in between, I'll do some of the grunt work that needs to be done on gathering and harvesting and prepping, you know, for the next video. I don't like to, you know, pre-record a bunch of content. I like kind of keep on pace with the schedule of how I release the videos. But because of the Unreal Engine release, I'm going to go ahead and pre-record a couple things just to cover in case we have problems, or if it takes a while for Wildcard to fix some problems. That being said, I am not going to log into my account at all starting on June 2nd. And I will probably wait at least 3 or 4 days before I even consider logging on. And I'm going to be checking with a couple of content creators who do a lot of news type videos on ARK. Ross Clark is one, and GP is another. And I'll check those guys out, see what they're saying about the update, see if the updates have been fixed, you know, what kind of bugs there are, and then determine when I'm going to log on to record the next video from there. And I would suggest you doing the same. In addition to that, a lot of people are saying if you are going to log on, that you should take your dinos out of the modded dino storage and put them in vanilla cryos or leave them out at your base. Now, that's up to you. If you're on single player, you don't have to do that. You just don't log in and play. If you're playing on server, you should probably take some steps because you just don't know what's going to get broken. Even if you don't log in, if you're on a server and something happens with your dino storage, it could break it and you could lose your progress. And I would hate for that to happen to anyone. So just keep that in mind. Do a little research. Decide how you want to handle it for your playthrough. Anyway, that's going to do it for this one. I hope you had fun on this adventure. If you enjoyed the content, then give us a like and subscribe. We really appreciate it. And we will see you in the next one.